Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I have another cool deck profile for you guys today. I was messaged by Tim.
Hi.
Say hi, exactly. You won a small regional this weekend. A little one. You won the JK Entertainment 306 participant regional. Um, which is pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. So yeah, you played Despia for this event. Why did you pick
Yep.
Despia?
I think Despia is the best deck right now at the moment. And I tested it for a week. Tested many deck lists. And I was really confident with it.
All right, solid. Yeah, before we go in, is there anything you want to say? Or
Mm, no.
all right, cool. Then yeah, then show us all the spice.
Okay. So I played the Allure version.
Mm-hmm.
3 Allure, 1 Tragedy, 1 Adlib, 1 Comedy. I played 1 Comedy for the backward matchups with Skill Drain. That I have something that I can do against it. And don't instantly die to skill drain.
Yeah.
I sided it out every game, so it never came up.
Okay.
Yeah, I would cut it for Ecclesia, I guess. But I sold my Ecclesia and I had no Ecclesia for the event, so
Oof.
yeah. Then I played 3 Fallen of Albas, 2 Albion, and 1 Mercury. So my intention was there are 2 ways to play the deck. You play with Wave or Cross out to protect your branded fusion, or you play 3 Fallen of Albas to just draw into Poly and Albas and get to your Mirror Jade with that. I played 2 Albion because you can dump opening with it and protect your cards from Chimera pops in the mirror match or Mirror Jade pop at the end phase, and you always want an opening engrave. And it's a pretty good target for lure if you don't want to banish anything good off your hand.
Yeah.
And it doesn't break your hands because you just put it back and draw one.
Yeah, which is very nice.
Yeah, you could play 3 of this card, but I didn't want to see multiple of it, so I decided to play 2.
Okay, solid.
Then I played 3 chains and 1 snow.
Mm-hmm.
I think snow is just broken. It shouldn't have ever released from the ban list.
I completely agree with you. It's like
Nearly every combo deck can play snow, so
I remember in the when the format it got banned, like Thunder Dragon was playing it, like not even a deck because you used to just play grass and then play snow. But, at
yeah.
the end of the format, people realized, oh, I can just play snow in every deck and it's good. And we are back at that point again where it's like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, we have
every deck has a chance to dump snow somehow.
exactly for some reason. Yeah, every deck has the option.
Yeah.
All right, nice.
Then spells, I play 3 branded fusion, of course, 3 opening, 3 branded in red, and 1 branded lost. 3 branded in red was really good for me, because you can dodge Veiler Imperm on your fusions. And if I do this card, I just send the Brigade fusion to search Mercury in the end phase. That I
Nice.
always can protect my branded in red. Because if this card resolves in your opponent's turn, you win the game.
Yeah,
Branded Lost is also very good. I really love this card.
that's nice. It's so good.
Yeah. It comes up every time you hard to branded fusion. Then you search this and you just go plus 100. That's crazy. Then I played 1 Foolish, 1 Called By.
The
Called
good
By to
cards.
dodge hand traps, and Foolish to dump Tragedy and get to your place. I also Called By Branded in Red often.
Nice.
Yeah,
Always
that's
nice
really
if you
nice.
see it. Yeah.
Then, for consistency, 3 Allure and 3 Triple Tactical Talents. So basically, if you get Ash on your Branded Fusion, you just always have Allure or Talents to draw 2 cards and then extend into a Fallen of Albers and Polyplay to just end still on Mirror Jade. Then I played Patchwork Engine, 2 Patchwork, 2 Poly,
Only 2
and
patchwork?
I played only 2 Patchwork, yeah, and 2 Poly.
Okay.
Yeah, I played 3 Chain, so I didn't want to play more than 43 cards.
Alright. Fair enough.
Then, at last card in the main deck, 3 Super Poly. This card was very broken for me in the event. I played 6 mirrors, and every time you have this card in the mirror, it's really OP.
6 mirrors.
6 mirrors in a row, yeah, that was crazy.
My god, are you okay?
Yeah,
Alright.
and nearly every mirror got close to time.
Yeah.
I won a few games with Masquerade Burns, and the games are always just grind battles. Who has more resources wins the game.
Yeah, I have to play it out very well in order to win that.
Yeah.
Very interesting to see that you went 6-0 against all those players then. That's nice.
I won 5 games and draw 1.
Oh, okay.
My draw was against the mirror.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. We ended game 2 and there was only 2 minutes on the clock, so
Yeah.
yeah. One game I ended with 5 minutes on the clock and I ended on double Masquerade, and my opponent just couldn't play the game in 1 minute and lost.
Oop.
That was against Daniel Hartmann.
Oh, my boy. Shout out to Daniel.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then for the extra deck, I played 2 Lobellion, 3 Albion. You definitely lead 3 of this. If you resolve Tragedy with Allure or Foolish, you always go Albion, pitch Snow that you have Snow in the grave, and then you pitch 1 Albion in the end phase, banish the Albion from the field, so you only have 1 Albion in extra deck left. And for the grind game, you always need 3.
Okay.
Then 2 Mirror Jade, of course. I think 2 is the weight ratio. Then 1 Brigand to send with Mirror Jade to search the Mercury, to have a negate to protect your Branded in Red. That came up very often for me, because everyone was siding DD Crow and Ghost Spell to protect your Branded in Red.
Yeah.
Then I played 2 Chimera, 2 Masquerade, 1 Dragostapelia. It's important for the going first combo where you make with Poly and Mirror Jade with Adlib in the hand, Dragostapelia, and end on Dragostapelia Mirror Jade, and it's a really good super Poly target. Then I played Guilty Gear Freed, because I was afraid of Scythe decks. But it never came up for me, because I only played mirrors. And then 1 Anaconda. I think I will cut this card, because I never made it.
Okay.
It just never comes up if you don't play Brave.
Yeah, on my regional, it came up like 3 times actually. So it's interesting to see that for you it's
You lock yourself always into fusions, and
yeah, I had it often that I went into a grind game. Didn't have a lot of access to my cards anymore, but I did manage to end phase summon an Alubra on the field, and then just next turn, any monster makes a Verte. But that was very specifically in my matches. So
yeah. For the side deck, I played 3 Cosmic, 1 Red Reboot. I sided Red Reboot every going second game in, because
yeah,
I was afraid of Deep Barrier and Anti-Spell and so on. Some of the mirror matches the opponent played Deep Barrier. It's just instant win if you draw it and you don't have Red Reboot. Then I played one token collector. Funny enough, I played one game against Swordsoul and I drew a Looper without a dark target to banish. I set at all my cards. My last card in hand was a Looper. I draw 2 cards, and I drew token collector with it and needed to discard my entire hand, but I didn't care because I just milled token collector. That was really funny. That was in the final.
Nice.
Then I played triple zombie world Banshee. Came up in round 1 for me. I played against Flunder. Game 2 I hard drew zombie world and had Banshee in grave, so I didn't even lose against Cosmic. But then he had mine and we passed around 20 turns over. Then I played triple Tisibu. Really good against Rogue decks and Sword Soul. And you have so many different types that you don't care about this card.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just play under that easily.
And then last card for the mirror match, I sided 3 Diddy Grow
Alright, nice.
to dodge to counter Bread and Wet from the opponent. That was really nice in a few games. I hit Snow 2 with this card, so
Yeah, it's very versatile.
Grow was my best card in the side deck, I guess.
Okay.
And I put it in last second because I had 2 deck lists with me, one with Edenly and one with Grow. And
Oh,
last
damn.
second I decided to play the Grow, and I only played mirror matches, and it was so worth.
Fair enough. Well, that's a good pick in the end, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat asked why you do not play Titanclad or Quiritus or Prosekion.
I just had no space in the extra deck. I cut it Bosganion because it doesn't come up so often for Guilty.
Okay.
Because I wanted to have something against dive decks. You make this card with DPE and Baroness, and you just win the game if you have Super Poly.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I just had no space. I think I would play Quad for Anaconda when I would play today.
Alright.
Cause
Solid.
my Anaconda never came up.
Fair enough. Alright, yeah, well, sick deck. Definitely amazing for the mirror.
Yeah.
Interesting to hear that over in Germany the Despia meta has fully begun. And yeah, your choices really reflect that as well. The DD Crows
But I
worked out
think
nicely.
I was really unlucky with my. But yeah, I was really lucky in this case. But next to me on the tables there were only other matches, so I never saw mirror matches next to me.
Really?
Yeah.
My man, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I always played the mirrors, but I mean it was good for me at the end. I never expected to top. I just wanted to make the qualifier, and suddenly I was at table 1 at the end, and there were like 40 people watching me, and I was really nervous.
hey, you did really well. First
Yeah.
place, such a big event. That's not something a lot of people can say. So
Yeah.
you definitely did something right there, and yeah, that encourages me to say that we will definitely see more of you in the future. Is there
Maybe.
any shout outs you want to give or
Yeah. I have a few shoutouts to give.
go ahead?
Shoutouts to Felix for selling me a Lupus the day before. Then shoutouts to Fabi for many testing sessions. Shoutouts to Max and Tim for driving with me to the event. And shoutouts to Philip for borrowing me some cards.
All right, group effort, very nice.
Yeah. And finally, shoutouts to Wait and Wait Locus.
Ah, nice. Okay, Raid and Trade gang. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for the deck profile. And yeah, if anyone has any comments, leave them in the comment section. And we'll look at them for a bit. And
Yeah.
yeah, thanks,
I
Tim.
will answer them.
All right, bye, guys.